All right, so we're gonna talk about exploiting. Okay, exploiting into people's boxes. I'm gonna show you this one exploit that I use religiously. Not gonna lie, it works. This is literally it works against zero ping players. It just works. Okay, because it's a timing thing, and although ping and all that can play a factor into it, right? If you're consistent and you kind of learn and know what you're doing, you can still get through and into people's boxes. All right, so this is definitely a zero ping counter that I'm going to show you. All right, so exploiting boxes, this is a very common exploit, but at the same time no one thinks, like, no one knows about it, right? So it's kind of crazy.
My dick, you just walk through that shit.
Alright, so you see what I'm doing here? I am extremely aggressive when I'm attacking or trying to get through a wall or anything of that nature. I am persistently pressure. Like, that's what you want. You want to apply that pressure, especially since you have the first initial damage, okay? So you see me just constantly on this guy's wall, right? Like, I'm not letting up the pressure. I'm being very particular about shooting just like 1-2 shots here, 1-2 shots there at that wall, trying to get the damage of the wall down, okay? Because that's the secret here, okay? The wall is 7 HP, all right? And I'm just trying to, you know, get the wall down. My gun is out, by the way. His builds are out. So he's trying to just hold this wall. And I think usually when players panic, all they're trying to do is just hold the wall, and they're just holding it with their mouse or keyboard or controller, whatever they're using to hold a wall, right? And so he's just like, I'm just gonna he probably thinks, hey, I'll just let this guy run out of ammo. He has to reload. It gives me time to like reset or whatever. But when you know what you're doing, right? And sorry, I had to like burp or whatever. Anyways, when you know what you're doing and you're very, you know, aware of what's going on, you understand you're gonna probably get through that wall eventually, like soon, right? And that's why I end up doing right here. I'm in there. That's my cone, right? So he can't even flip that cone. He has to edit out of one of the 3 walls he has around him, or all 4 actually. He has all 4 walls, but that's my cone in there, okay? So my gun's out, his builds are out. It's a done deal. All right. Let me tell you the secret behind this in this next vid. What the? All right, so again, we're in another box fight. I got these clips just so I could show you guys, right? So a lot of them are gonna be box fights, but what you want to do is you want to get the wall to its like very low HP, right? So at least less than 33, okay? Because that's what the AR usually is doing, is about 33 damage, I think, for the blue one. Could be wrong, whatever. But it has to be below like a certain percentage of whatever AR or bullet you're shooting at it, okay? It has to be weaker than the bullet damage that it does to the structure. So when you have to time it right, and you have to have a little bit of momentum going into it. So you have to push forward. As soon as you push forward, as soon as your character is about to hit the wall, you shoot the wall, because the wall is 1 HP. So you shoot the wall. There's a very low millisecond timing between when you can go through that wall. All right, like you can go through the wall before the wall is automatically placed back. So you shoot it as soon as you're about to hit the wall, and the timing lets you pass the wall when the wall is already placed again. And that is how you exploit into people's boxes, and you'll see here and in the next couple of examples I have for you.
You want 1 kill?
What'd I tell you? Alright, boom.
You just walk through that shit.
Alright, this is probably the one I'm going to use as an example before we move on to pre-fires. Okay? So, you're up on a person's wall. You're up damage. You're up damage and you're on a person's wall. Okay? What you want to do, right, is obviously still apply pressure. And this person has done a mistake. And you guys know when, in my previous videos as well, right, you want to be able to make your opponent uncomfortable. All right, that's the biggest part about fighting and piece control. And if you want to be good at the game, you have to learn how to make your opponent like uncomfortable in his builds, right? So what do? I put a cone right in there. All right, you can see I almost phased through that box or through that wall at this try. You could see like a little, it kind of looked glitchy for a second, but that's like that. I just didn't get through there in time. Okay, but I got the cone through there. I snuck that cone right in there, right? So, alright, I'm boom. Alright, it's 15 HP. Alright, you see how the wall is 15 HP right here? Okay. Well, I think I shoot it one more time like an idiot, right? So he builds, he's just holding his builds out. But you see when I shoot it, you see this like little ghost thing, right? That's like the timing I'm trying to show you guys, I'm trying to tell you guys about. When you guys really slow it down, okay? Can I slow this down? I can slow this down, right? Yeah. Playback speed. We're gonna do this. This timing here is ridiculous, right? Like, I just paused this on the perfect time. This is literally like the wall breaking as he's holding the wall and the other one's about to place here. So it's nice and slow. Just being real careful. I see it's weak. In there. Shotgun out. And you get the dub. What the?
Why are you following? You want one kill that you...
And these characters are holding the wall because that wall is placed. I have to shoot out of this wall. This isn't my wall. I have to shoot out of this wall. So these are what I'm saying though is like these are like little tools you can put in your toolbox for when you have to use them. I do this in game as well. I'm actually very aggressive, especially in game as well. Like you're in the box, you're piecing them up, you're doing whatever, you're getting the right angles. Okay, so time to move on to pre-fires.